The NFL on EA Sports brings us to North Carolina and Bank of America Stadium here in Charlotte. Just a few moments ago, this building was shaking as the Carolina Panthers emerge from the tunnel here in Charlotte. They are ready to go as the Panthers are set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. The Panthers kicker Graham Gano set and ready to go as we are off from Charlotte. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Cut. 180.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on second and a couple.
Right there, 54, right there, right there. 50. Hey, box truck. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy? What you got, Heavy? Give me some. Here we go.
Here's gone. Throw right side, going to be taken in by Henderson. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. But just play number 3 here on the opening drive, and it's an early 3rd and 1.
Hey, still kill. I'm on. Topper. 54.
Yeah, let's get a sack lunch.
Out of the gun, Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks, and he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or two to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Great.
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Big stop, let's go.
Watch twist.
59 mark. Check, 59.
8. Check 9.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Check nickel.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Newton. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Clay Matthews adding another sack to his impressive NFL resume. So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. And the Rams are going to go ahead and take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Mike 5-9. 8. Rush in.
Newton now to throw. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
Listen.
And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Obama. Check. Hard ball.
54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Here we go.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. Going to Woods, but that pass is intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Looking for Woods that time. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way.
There he goes, left side. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 79 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead. Well, he's used to running it that distance. Here he had to catch it, too, before making the run. Heck of a play for the score.
There's not many things better for an offense than a back who's a complete guy, who can run it and catch it. And we just saw him complete a big-time play for a touchdown.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And 2 interceptions already here in this first half. That's got to affect him a little bit, right? He's got to be thinking about it.
He's got to be thinking about it, but most of the good ones, they find a way to put it aside. They're not happy about it by any stretch of the imagination. They find a way to put it aside and continue to play their game.
Can he put it aside? Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. To throw is gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up.
And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
And that's how you want to start a sequence defensively. That's what we used to call, partner, hello, glad to meet you. Tagged him for a loss.
So the first play of the drive, lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
Well, it certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route running, speed, and some toughness to go across the middle, you put it all together, you got a heck of a tight end candidate.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Well, they were in search of a short gain on third down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
First and goal at the 8-yard line.
That's it. 180. Line's 59. Check tight end. Check tight. What is it?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Panthers add on to their lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now 14-0. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. 11 yards on the pickup there.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Gurley now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there.
They'll try the air now with Goff. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
On first down, it's Newton. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Yeah, but had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a tough catch, though. Falls incomplete.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks, but doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there, and there we saw completion.
On first down, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and it'll bring up a second down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. Looking to throw again on second down. Newton, and to the tight end Olsen, right side. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
That's certainly one way to beat the blitz. Get it out of your hands quickly and get it to the big fella.
Very effective. Saw the pressure, got rid of it, and the completion ensued. And he finds a man. It's Olsen. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Newton to Olsen there for a Carolina first down. Newton now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. On the ground, McCaffrey. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle. That's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 12 yards there and a first down. Newton on first down. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald, his second sack of the night. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Newton will bring him up first and 10, and he's 6 of 7 now on this drive. Back to throw, Newton. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. Now it's Newton. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, first down.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 23. Here's Newton. And an alley to run. And avoids the contact by sliding. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of 1st downs, and here a loss of yardage. Now on 2nd and 13. Newton. He's got a man on the crossing route. That's Moore. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's just flat out a beautiful throw right there.
It was a rope. That's maybe the speed you would see on a slant, but he threw that downfield with that kind of pace.
Now, if he throws that one with any type of arc, puts a little air under it, that play doesn't happen. He had to fire it in there, and he did exactly that.
Steps away to his left. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations, big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
We go slide. Line 20. Hey, 76. 76. 76.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, 1 set. Check Mike 54.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. And his throw is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Shell.
1 set. Check Mike.
Go.
54. I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense.
Goff. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Obama. Hey, high 7.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
Throwing again is gone. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Check 31, check 31. Check. Check.
Goff throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Dante Jackson picks it, and the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran the wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They really love to get him into one-on-one opportunities, and this is one way. Work him out of the slot and create a mismatch. Who's going to cover him? Corner, safety, linebacker? He's got a way to beat all of those positions.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Smiles, everyone, smiles, because when Cam Newton and Greg Olsen hook up like they've been doing throughout this game, that's one big reason why they're winning.
What makes Greg Olsen so tough to cover?
I think he really is a wide receiver in a tight end's body. He runs his routes with such great precision and some physical toughness, and he really fights and competes for the ball.
And then, of course, it helps to have Cam Newton throwing it to you. A good gain of 12 yards that time.
Now that's how you start to get back in the good graces of your head coach. Remember, he fumbled on the last possession. How about the faith they showed him, giving him the ball again, and he repaid them, picking up a 1st down.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Now a 1st down throw for Newton. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, being on the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
No. Me.
Goff now to throw. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Corey Littleton there on the tackle.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without... Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sack back at about the 43-yard line. Marching in for the sack, Michael Brockers. Here's Michael Pilardi now as he's on to punt for Carolina. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Rams will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Another example of just a dominant performance by this defense.
Now, you hear all the time about teams that try to steal signals from the other side and try and learn their signs and their tendencies. It's almost like they get the answers to the exam the night before and were well prepared for this final.
It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Gerald McCoy able to drop him that time for his 2nd sack of the evening.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Throwing on 2nd and long. Goff. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Trying to get it to Woods, and that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
180.
54. I got you. Mike's 54. Mike.
Hey, Duke.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day.
Value three.
A shotgun snap for Goff. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by James Bradbury. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. Here's Newton. Airing it out for Olsen. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. So it's Rams football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
12.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
We're good.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch the run.
After the interception, here's Goff. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now a desperation throw, and that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
76, tell him. 76. 76.
Check.
Now it's gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He was looking to go back to Cooks one more time, and that'll bring up second down.
Like 20.
Mike's my boy. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Ric Flair.
Hey, watch that. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Bring it.
Hey, Haywood. Turbo set.
Again, Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. And with the play clock running out, Sean McVay will take a timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game.
Here we go. Like 20.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. So don't say nothing.
14. 14.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Defense wins championships, baby.
Turbo set.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Trey Boston. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
So many times we end a game, and as we're recapping it, we're talking about what offenses did and how they won the game. Let's flip this one over. The defense, they frustrated the offense the entire ball game. That's why they're walking out of here with a victory.
And they're going to love to walk out of here with that as their final act, that interception. Good way for them to end it. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And a healthy gain of 8 here. They double their workspace out to the 16.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Throwing again on second down, but this time it's incomplete. The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2.
Mike, let's rock now. On deck, baby, on deck.
Out of the gun, Newton. Got his target, Samuel. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
20.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Now whistles and a timeout called here. Not sure of the point of this, but they'll stop it with 4 seconds to go in the game. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And this was truly a total team effort, Charles, on both sides of the ball.
Well, they absolutely pitched a shutout, so it can't get much better than that, right? The defense